Hi everybody, it's Michelle, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about my Hobonichi Weeks. So first I wanted to kind of go over a few of the options that are out there to actually store your weeks or use as a cover. And this right here is a wallet that I found at Walmart. And I have a few of these. I have about 4 of them now in different designs. View the tag for that. $11.97. You can't beat that. This is not fancy. It's vinyl. Well, this one is more of a material here and then vinyl, but they work great. And this is a traveler's notebook that I made, and I have made several over the past few weeks to store my Hobonichi Weeks. And then this is actually a wallet insert that I picked up at Amazon. And I'm going to show you how I kind of put all of this together when I use the weeks. Right now I actually have my weeks in this wallet insert. And this is just a hairband that I put around there to keep it closed. I'm going to pull it out and see, I keep elastic on here so that it makes it really easy to just switch it out with this one. Because what I do with this one is I just kind of strap it over this side part right here, and it holds it into this wallet. Makes it really easy to switch it out. So my weeks is here, and I'll kind of talk about my weeks and what I'm doing with it a little bit at the end. And this is the wallet insert. I got this on Amazon. It was $9.99. It's leather. It's really nice. I'll put a link to it below. It has 9 slots on each side, so it holds a ton of cards. I just clipped on my Erin Condren pen holder right here so I could have a pen there. It has a slot here, a slot here, and it has this smiley pocket on the back. So you can't beat this. For $10, it's leather. It feels really good. And I'm going to show you how I had it set up before. I actually had this tucked into the strings here. Oops, my grandson pulled on my strings, so everything is way off. Okay, I had this one. The weeks actually strung up here in the front. Oops. What in the world is going on? Wrong one. There. And then I had a little bullet journal insert strapped on this one. I use one string for this, one string for this, and I double string on this just to hold it really secure. And then I was carrying this around all together when I needed to keep a lot of notes in the bullet journal there. So that's how I was carrying this around. So what am I using to plan? I'm not using my Hobonichi Weeks any longer, or the combination of the weeks with a bullet journal insert, because it just wasn't enough room. It wasn't feeling very practical. I'm also not using my full-size bullet journal to plan at this point. I am actually back into an A5 ring binder, which I have not been in one of those for years now. This is the binder. It is a Plan Ahead, and it's hard to see that with the glare, I'm sorry. Plan Ahead. I bought it on Amazon about 3 years ago, and I use 8.5 by 5.5 inserts in here, and I am in the process of setting it up the way I want to, but I am using it right now for planning. I have several sections in the back, and I will do a separate setup video for this, but basically everything is here: my monthly, weekly, daily, all my different sections for my notes, and I have my bullet journal insert strapped in here, and I just have some things here in the pockets. I do have stencils that I'm carrying around. This was a great package I got pretty cheaply on Amazon, and I'll put a link to that below. Also, I'll put a link to everything below. And I have my journal tucked in here. This is the art journal that I had been working on in my traveler's notebook. I stopped doing it, and I'm going to start that back up because I have been journaling for my miracle morning, and I'm actually going to take these pages that I journal on, cover them up with art journal materials, and use this as a double duty book. So I get my journaling done, and then I turn it into an art journal. I'm going to snap a picture of my writing before I cover it up, so I can save that in OneNote and have that forever. So I just have that tucked in here. So everything I need in the mornings and throughout the day is in this book. With this setup, this is my planner. All of my planning, project planning, work information is in here. This is actually what I take with me on the go, and I'm just going to keep my calendar and maybe some notes. I may start decorating my pages here instead, maybe do some gratitude journaling on here instead of using this as an actual planner, because it just does not work for me, at least not right now. So this is going with me on the go, and I can tuck my phone in there. This stays home the majority of the time unless I'm out doing something really important and I need it with me. The other thing that I'm using is my Hobonichi Cousin, and this is my scrapbook. I document things that happen every day in here so that I can have all of this in one book at the end of the year. I may skip days, and I have been horrible in the month of April and skipped many days, but that's okay. I'm not going to sweat it. But I want to have one book that we can come back to and see what we were doing throughout the year. I have pictures, stickers, all kinds of stuff in here. And I have done a flip through of this, and you can check my channel list for that in the back. So that's my cousin. And then one other thing that I do is the digital planning. So that's a combination of my phone and my iPad. Last but not least, I am using my iPad for planning. I do have a digital planner that I have on here, and I use Metamoji Note to keep my digital planner on here. I have an Apple Pencil, and I take notes. It's just like pen and paper. But I've been trying to cool it with all of the writing, so this works out better for me. I have trigger thumb, and it's been giving me big time problems over this past week, and it's like excruciating pain when I hold a pen to write. I'm not sure. I'm trying to give my thumb a rest, so holding a pen is not a very good thing for me right now. But amazingly, I can type with my thumbs on a phone or wherever and keep notes, and it doesn't bother me the same way. It is just not the same. So a lot of the things that I used to keep track of, especially like in the Hobonichi Weeks in the notes section, they are all in the computer now in Google Keep or in OneNote, and that is how I keep track of those things, because they will be there as long as I want them to be there. I don't ever have to worry about rewriting that information into a new book. So it's there when I need it. And it makes sense to have certain things, especially things that are checklist, put into Google Keep, because you can just mark them off and they stay on your list. They can be archived so you remember what was on there, but they come off of your list of things that actively need to be done. So it just makes sense. So this is kind of my system right now. My weeks, this here is going in my purse, so it'll either be like this, or it'll be in one of these wallets, or it'll be in my traveler's notebook. All that's what goes with me when I'm out and about. And of course I have my phone to add to that. And with this, I can just actually stick my phone right here, and it's all together. So this goes with me. This stays home, and it's going to have all my major planning and project planning, work information, all of that in here. This also stays home, and this is just like a scrapbook. And my iPad pretty much stays home to plan on that. I can access the information that I have on my planners digitally from my phone also, so I don't need to take my iPad out with me. And that's what I'm using. So if you have any questions about any of this, you guys just put it down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.